I get a copyright thing for every time that one goes on too. I don't know why, but whatever. All right. Well, welcome to episode 47 of Making It Up As We Go. We're just going to do the best that we can. So welcome everybody. Let me get everybody in here. We got Mr. Paul Corliss. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Very good. Very good. We got Mr. Paul Hirquist. I could see him like back on before I brought him out on here on the thing. He's like making he was just waiting for me to hit his button. I wasn't surprising him today. And then we got Mr. Sean. How you doing, sir?
I'm in the dungeon.
He's in the fallout shelter. There you go. Very good. Yeah, it's things have been kind of crazy here this afternoon and evening and all that, and I'm running frantically trying to get everything done. So we made it though, so that's all good. Let's see here. Well, let's just jump right into it and see what everybody's been working on. Sean, you're in the fallout shelter. I mean, what have you been working on this week?
Let's see if I can do this right.
Oh, here it goes. Oh, ooh.
I have been working on that baby right there. My new toy. Actually, it's not a toy. It's a piece of equipment. Dude,
is that's the Max, isn't it?
That's the Max.
Nice.
That is the K1 Max.
Very good. And it's running good for you so far?
Oh, dude. Okay, we've gone from years gone by to this, and this is phenomenal.
Isn't it crazy how awesome they have gotten recently?
Oh, it flies. I mean, the thing just, let's see here.
Now, which one is that?
He got the Creality K1 Max.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get it bigger here.
Now, so you were talking to us about looking at a new machine. So did you pick that one because of the build size?
Build size is one, speed is the other. And the cool thing is they're coming out with an AMS.
Yep.
So it's theoretically going to be no different than a bamboo, except for larger build plate and a little less money.
Nice. Very good. That's awesome. Yeah, you posted a thing on Facebook the other day, and I was like, that looks like a K1.
That was my teaser.
Somebody pulled the trigger.
So it is now debuted on your show.
Nice, very good. It'll be interesting to see how much it takes over from your other printers, and see.
A lot.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Like immediately.
Well, I can tell you now, the prints that I do out in the shop, my feet for my modules.
Yeah.
And it takes a couple hours to do 4 sets. This thing's I can knock out a whole plant in no time. So it's a day's worth of work in a couple hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're so nice and quick these days.
The precision of it is just outstanding.
So so is that so tell me about the interface that you're using there. Is that the Creality interface, or is that or did you root it for the
No, right now I'm running the Creality. I don't want to play with the rooting part of it just yet. I want to get this down and making sure everything runs smooth. Then I'll start experimenting and playing more.
Nice.
I don't want to break the new toy just yet.
Oh no, definitely not. So, but that's I can tell you right now, I like how much faster that camera, like that camera's real time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you on the bamboo one, it's not, well, it is real time, but it's like a frame every couple seconds.
I think it's 10 frames. Like
So-
it's on the bamboo.
Yeah, it's you're not really watching it like that.
Well, you can see here and then here, and they match up pretty much. They're synced.
Yeah,
It's very impressive. This is that's the actual Creality print, and the cool thing is it looks just like what is it, Orca?
yeah.
which is interesting. So that's probably going to be my next step, is to go to Orca,
Nice.
because with that I can run my other printers too.
Oh yeah. That's cool. Well, you can also do it with Bamboo Studio.
Or the
I don't know
Creality.
if you can. I know they have presets and stuff in there. I think you can. I think you can view it. Might be something to look into and see.
Yeah.
Because I mean that and Orca are basically the same. Well, they have almost, they use each other's stuff on it all the time. So, but very cool, man. Congratulations on that.
I did this today. It's part of a helmet for Robert. He wanted I forget the name of that. It's a game, kind of a cartoonish game.
Oh,
yeah.
No Man's Sky.
No,
That looks like the helmet from it.
It's different. So yeah, I knocked it out in like no time at all.
That's awesome.
I have a bat wing behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but oh yeah, it's going to be large. Not as big as I want to go, but it's like my first large print. I increased the size by 250%.
Nice.
So this is just the forward part of the cockpit.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And then
Well, that's gonna be huge.
oh yeah, there's still then this is the aft. I mean, it's
Wow. That is gonna be monstrous.
and I
That is
still have
cool.
the wings to put on it too. But it's just outstanding. And this is just flying too while it's printing it. And it's the first time I was able to use the tree support.
Yeah,
I'm impressed. I love those.
that's cool.
I know
Oh,
it's
I
not
like
for
tree
every
support.
print, but oh yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Mr. Corliss? You get into anything this week?
Nothing. My workbench looks almost exactly like it did this time last week.
A few more specks of dust on it.
Well, truth be told, it's a horizontal surface. So as I walk in the room, if I have anything in my hand, to get set on the workbench. But
Yeah, I know how that is. I know how
nothing
that
got
is.
taken.
As Dave would say, it's a flat surface.
It's a flat
Yep.
surface.
It's going to catch something.
Well, what about you, Mr. Hammerquist? What have you gotten into this week?
Oh, well, like
This is a very rare moment when you don't have your printer running.
Well,
Ooh.
yeah. That's because of other reasons. Hey, look, I can almost see through it. But these are Dorvanax, 3-color, got red, black, and then this blue green.
Oh, nice.
So just kind of depending on how the light hits it. It is kind of funny if this side looks predominantly green and this side looks predominantly
That's
blue.
wild.
But you kind of get it in the right light, so you can kind of see how it looks green and then blue. And
that's
then,
from one filament.
Yeah, one filament.
Good job.
And then you got your dice.
That's cool.
So put your dice in here. Very complicated to roll dice. You got to have all these steps now.
Yeah, you got to put it in there and then dump it into the tower.
Won't end up on the floor.
And then you got to do the hokey pokey.
And speaking of gaming, I did play another game this week. Well,
oh yeah,
I played this game. I've been playing Tetris with my garage.
oh gee, yeah, because of the storms.
Yeah, so we got more coming. So this was actually earlier this week. I had it all set up because I'm doing the chiller video for the Monport. So I got all set as untorn down, put to the side, got it all back set up and ready to shoot today. And then they're like, you're going to get hail and you have chances of tornadoes tonight. So everything's Tetris back together again.
Very good.
So,
jeez.
But that's
Crazy.
why everything has wheels.
Yeah. Kind of got to.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we're going to have to get you to, well, if the Monport stays, you're going to have to build a stand for that thing.
That is talked about.
Yeah.
Had
good
some
deal.
good ideas today.
There you go. For me, it's been pretty busy. I just printed out another one of my little trays because I need more part separation. I tell you what, this is probably the most beneficial thing I've ever designed because I've got what, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these things running around now because it's a very convenient size and the parts, that fit in there are, perfect. So, but anyway, so I just printed that out, but it's for my laser stuff that we're going to be putting up. I might as well just show it and because it's going to be there. I'm going to start an Etsy listing with it first. And then I was hoping to get that done today, but with the storms that we've had here today and all that, my internet's been really sketchy. I was kind of expecting to drop out any moment, but I think maybe we're past it. My in-laws and stuff that live like a mile away, they have a tree down across their driveway. They, even if they can get out of their driveway, they can't leave their road because there's trees across the road and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's why I live on top of a hill that's in a field. No trees to fall down. But yeah, so we've this week I've been really working on my my magnetic disconnects. So I have some of these already set up, ready to go. These are going to fit the Monport style or in OhmTech lasers that have the way that the exhaust comes out the side. It's through a plate, and then it has the ring inside there. And so it's a magnetic setup there and just a full replacement. So there's those. And so those are ready to go. And then I just, in the last day or so, the lasers that have the flanges on the outside. So you have like the motor mounted right inside the machine. And then the metal flange that's part of like the door. Well, that's where this guy comes into play. So you take your motor out, you mount this in here, and then the hose goes from here to wherever it goes inside the machine. And then this one goes to your outer hose. And this one doesn't have the magnets in it, but it fits through that outer piece and then connects by magnet. So here's a black one. So, but they're all going to be shipped in gray. But so this was just another test one. But so it's got all the magnets around there. So it's a real positive lock. So it's not going to just fall right out. So it's pretty happy about those. So the small version will be going out listed this week, and probably the other one after I just get one more confirmation that it fits properly on machines will be available. So hopefully they do good. I have used a lot of filament to get that design right. A lot of filament. So
that's why they call it prototyping.
Yeah, it sure does. But I'm pretty happy with them so far. So I think it's going to work out pretty good. What else do we got going on? Oh, I feel bad for my little guy, my son, because in one respect I feel bad for him because we put out a video earlier this week on him building his birdhouses. Well, he's sold about as many birdhouses as we have views on that video. which is great for sales, really bad for views. So the video is not doing. No, not even having to. My wife and I put it up on my Facebook thing and shared it with my wife, and then she shared it, and then it's kind of gone out from there to a couple people, and he's I think we have to tomorrow we're working on building more because he's sold like 30 of them so far.
Wow.
And I wasn't sure that he was going to sell 10. It's like, man, I'm not good at business stuff. Evidently I suck. So figuring this stuff out. So, but yeah, good for him. He had fun making the video and which is the important part. And he's having fun making the birdhouses. So, getting him introduced to the world of woodworking and all that good stuff. So pretty good. All right, let's see here. Let's just check in here. Harry. So Harry saw the birdhouses there. So yeah, thanks to everybody that did watch that video. And I appreciate it. So anyway, all right. Let's get moving here and start chatting about the stuff that's going on this week here. We'll split us up in there and get after it here. So the first video that so all the videos that we talk about there's links to the video in the description. So if any of these interest you, all you got to do is just go down there and click on it, and it'll take you to that. But watch the rest of our video first. Good times. Yeah. So anyway, we got first one is Functional Print Friday. There we go. This is a pretty good video. Everybody talks about how bad it is to use PLA and stuff like that outside, and he shows what he's done around his house. And he in nowhere, shape, or form is he saying, "Hey, yeah, use this for like a production piece that you're going to sell to people that would be put outside." But for doing your own stuff, like, just do it. If you got some PLA running around and you need to put something outside, put it outside. Who cares? That piece that he's in the thumbnail has been on the wall. It's like an exhaust cover for his generator that's in like a shed type thing. And it's been outside for 7 years. And it's still rock solid. It's fine. He was showing a bunch of other stuff that he's had outside, ranging from like tomato plant grates to caps that were on chairs and stuff like that. So pretty cool. I was pretty impressed with it, and it just goes to show. I mean, just if you got something that you need to make, don't stress about it. Just make it and put it out there.
Just do it.
Yeah. If you're making it to sell it, do it the right way. Use PTG or ASA or ABS, something that will deal with the weather better. But if it's just for you, just make it. Who cares? You've got a printer. You can always make another one. So it's good times. Well, moving on then. 3D printing nerd was going through all of his 3D printed shoes that he's got over there. This is pretty interesting. I didn't really. I a little while ago, Nathan Builds Robots had a pair of what looked like Crocs, but they weren't. But they that Creality sent him But I didn't know that there was like commercially available 3D printed shoes out there. And the pair that, of course, that he's got on this thumbnail is pretty wild looking.
They're the Tesla truck of shoes.
Did you happen to go to their website and look at the price of them?
No, I was scared too.
They're over $200.
Yeah, no thanks.
So you might tell RJ he's making the wrong thing by building birdhouses.
Yeah, he needs to
print shoes.
Yeah, we need to make some shoes. No, but yeah, the whole shoe thing it's interesting. I mean, I think they're gonna have. I think there's definitely a use case for it, but I mean, like those ones that he's got on there are just like a fashion thing because. I mean, who's going to wear those as normal shoes? But how long would they last? They're not going to last that long.
Look at the Crocs.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Those would be rough on your carpet too, I would think.
Yeah.
The
ones that he has on there looks like it would pick up dog hair pretty good though. But yeah, he had some Adidas shoes that were like have 3D printed components to them, but like the soles which were traditionally made weren't like adhering to the 3D print very well and stuff like that. And so it seems like it's something that's coming. But
there was a guy I saw on Instagram, the whatever Reels or whatever.
Yeah.
He wasn't making them to wear. He was just printing them as replicas in full color. So he's doing the Jordans.
So yeah.
Put the Jordans up, but it had the shoelaces like it was tied and everything. I was just like, good Lord, those look
Yeah.
very close. I mean, you could tell, but you couldn't tell. It was that kind of quality.
Wow. I mean, if they're sitting back here, people are going to think that they're real.
Yeah.
Like I got $1,000 shoes. I'm too cheap. I wear Skechers, and I'm fat, so I wear Skechers slip-ins. My ass ain't bending over to tie nothing.
I just turned mine into slip-ins.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man. I mean, if you haven't tried the Skechers slip-ins, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're nice. They're comfortable.
Yeah.
These are my old pair of Adidas. These are their whatever. I have 3 pairs of these. So when these are bad, I have a nice pair that I only wear out when I go to work or nice place, and then these will become my great. But I love these shoes. It's weird as I get older. I'm like, I need to have backup for my backups.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Because at some point they're gonna stop making them.
Yeah. Oh, that's my fear. And I love these shoes.
Freaking old man talk.
I get it from my dad.
We've never related to Paul so much in all of our lives.
My dad had the same pair of boots for 25 years.
Yeah.
Same pair of boots.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Yeah. And I mean, he just go and get them resold, and he had that and a pair of nice dress shoes and a pair of just, mow the lawn shoes. But that was one of his things. He hated spending money on shoes.
I hate to tell you how long I've had the same pair of dress shoes for.
Since the Carter administration. I love giving you shit, Paul. I'm glad you let me do it.
Oh, sure. I don't care.
Don't worry, Paul. One day I'll be saying since the second Bush administration.
Yeah. Shit, I do that now. That's funny. All right. Well, moving on then. It is Memorial Day weekend, and we should take a moment to honor our fallen military. over the years and all that good stuff. On CNC with Me podcast this week, I did it on CNC'd flags and different ones that show up there. And so Hill Country, CNC and Woodworking, did a really good video on doing a CNC flag. I thought it was a really good job on the whole process of making it. I enjoyed this one. Doing the 2-color with it and all that was pretty cool. It was a good job. And you always learn. I like learning stuff from other people, even though I've done it before or whatever. But you always see a different way to do something, and this one had that for me. So it pretty cool. Good job. I enjoyed it. There's so many different ways that you can CNC flags, and the style that he does here is a pretty popular one where you put a logo in it and stuff like that. Like the ones that I've done, I did my logo in the union, and I usually cut my union separately from the rest of the flag. Like I was doing, when the flags I've done, I do the stripes as individual pieces and glue them together, or attach them together after they're stained and stuff like that. And so the painting and then carving it out is a different style than what I've done. But it's interesting. It's a good way to do it. I like the 3-dimensionality of it. Yeah, so Hill Country did a good job on this thing, and hope to see some more. He actually sent me a message because I mentioned on his as a comment on his that we were going to bring it up, and he said that he's got some upcoming videos coming out. He's looks like he's getting on the X tool train. He's going to be unboxing a new X tool and doing some screen printing with one. So that might be pretty cool. And then he's making a ladle with VCarve Pro, and so that should be pretty cool too. So good job, Royce. Good job. Keep at it. We'll definitely keep an ear out and see what we've got else coming in from you.
He's out in the chat.
Oh, is he out there? Oh, good deal. Well, welcome aboard, Royce. Thanks for providing some good content. Let's see here. All right. We'll move on then. This one was pretty cool. Every flavor of robot made an Etch-a-Sketch with a camera. Yeah, I thought this was pretty funny. The process that they went through, because there's a show out in California called Open Source. It's like an open source type of get together, kind of like Workbench Con, I guess. But I guess it's more for the engineering side of or maybe the 3D printing side of YouTube and stuff like that. I don't really know. But they submitted a project, which is their Etch-a-Sketch robot, and so they had like 10 days to make it work before they had to submit it. And I like their like cut screens were the Etch-a-Sketch, and some of the progress things that it was saying were just like really horrible looking. But by the end, they did a good job, and how they figured it all out to get it to work was pretty neat. I thought this was pretty fun.
Yeah, draw a straight line.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just draw it. But amazing how fast that thing is. Like that, it was computing it, flying around and going. Thought that was a pretty cool setup. The videos or the pictures that if you just even skip towards like the last 5 minutes where they're just showing it working and making pictures that they've loaded on there. Some of them turn out really good and some of them not so much, but it's pretty cool how it functions, and how fast it can actually do it. So very cool.
You know what it reminds me of? Have you
What's
seen
that?
the mini mount that race where it's really big over in Japan where they build the micro cars where they have to solve a maze?
I don't know that one.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to send you the video on it, but they have certain dimensions and weight it can be, and they get like 3 runs through this maze, and they have to figure out who can get through to the end of the maze the fastest. But the way those cars turn and just the like that's what it reminds me of.
Wow, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. I love a good old Japanese funny TV show.
Now, are those the ones that they're learning as they run?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Those are the cool ones.
Yeah.
Then they have the hive ones where it's like multiples, and then they each teach each other. Yeah.
Yeah. That's insane. Watching that.
Sweet. Hey, you know what? I think we have the highest concentration of Australian viewers per capita of actual viewers, because we got Len out there, and Rob's out there too. So hey down under, we appreciate you. We also have new dad Cody Elkins out there too. Good old Cody had his daughter was born. Was it a week ago?
Almost.
What was it? Yeah, it was a week ago.
Yeah.
And from a message I got earlier, they got home and sounds like things are going pretty good. So congratulations, Mr. Elkins and Mama Elkins and Sister Elkins. And you just need like
Yeah.
So that's right. So he needs to get like a boy dog or something, because he that's the only way he's going to get any boys in that house.
Hey,
But,
I know how that is.
Yeah. I had to get a second wife to get a boy. I mean, it's, you do what you got to do, you know.
Well, I
Good
guess the
time.
3D printer's a boy. So there. My machines are my voice.
There you go. There you go. All right. Moving on then. Hooked on lasers. So when I was getting this thumbnail, I noticed something, and that was kind of funny to me, is that this guy also has a channel called Hooked on Wood, which he put the same video out for. Uh-oh. I'm back. But the Hooked on Wood one was like 10 seconds longer. So I didn't look at it to find out, because I was scrambling just to get a picture of the thumbnail anyway. But I kind of dug the way that what his thoughts were on this one, because he was doing almost like a vacuum table with his, put tape over the or something over top of the whole bed, and then just cut out an area and to be able to put his project in it, and it acted like a vacuum table. I don't know if that Rayjet actually has something like that built into it, or if it was just the act of pulling the fumes out that were causing it to do it. But pretty interesting. But anyway, he was talking about offsetting your work material up off the bed surface to prevent flashback from the laser. And from all the ways that he's tried, the acrylic actually worked the best as a standoff. And so if you have getting flashback on stuff and you happen to have some extra acrylic running around, make a little stand with acrylic. Seems like it works out pretty well.
Now, to be honest, I like the bed pins. That just
you like
they're plugged right into my honeycomb, and it stands it off the bed. Acrylic, after a while, well, I guess it's no different, because you're going to torch the pens eventually. And then on the acrylic, I could see burning through the acrylic.
Yeah,
it's a give and take, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, it's all consumable stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh yeah.
But the funny part to me was that his whole thought of like the downdraft vacuum thing, when you put it in an offset like that, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to hold that piece there anymore. But I mean, I guess you just do what you got to do. But good times. Moving on then. J&N Woodworking or Woodworks. We've talked about him a couple times in the past. He's been doing a bunch of videos on testing the Rapid Change ATC, and this was like his, I guess, kind of the real review of the whole thing that he's dealt with it. And long and short is that he thinks it's awesome, which I think we thought when it was on here, when they were on here with it, and working really good. They're still making some improvements to the unit and all that stuff too, with the like IR sensors and stuff like that. But overall, it does what it's supposed to do once you get it set up. So pretty impressive. He was talking about how you wonder how tight the bit is going to be inside there because of it spinning and on and off. And he said that in the video, if he went to go hand tighten it afterwards, he might move just a little bit. And but so it's getting on there tight. It's not stripping stuff out unless you mess something up. But even when it would try to cross thread it or something like that in his early tests of it, it wasn't doing any damage to the threads of anything because of how it was going. So, I think the guys over there at Rapid Change are going to do a good job with that thing. And at some point, maybe we'll have to go buy one. We need to get one.
His only concern about the smaller bits, and yet. What did he ever say what his solution was for them slipping? Not when he got them out, but when they were sitting in the changer.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point to bring up. Is what his solution to it was pretty ingenious. And what he did is he went to the hardware store and he got some of the seal. It's just like a foam rubber round seal, and he just cut it to length and dropped it into the hole. And then so if you ever change out the length of bit that you're using or whatever, you can just reach in there, pull that thing out, and put a different length in it, and be good to go, and it would hold it. Yeah. He was talking about like some of his collets weren't. It wasn't the ATC that was doing it, but it was the collet itself wasn't super tight on some of the bits that he had, and so if you just reach in there and grab the collet out, the bit would stay in there. But if the ATC is, the spindle's coming over and tightening, it would tighten on it while it's in there. But the collet itself wasn't as tight on the bit as he wanted. Freestanding, I guess, is the right term. But yeah, pretty cool though. I'm glad that it's working out and doing good. So, and J&N Woodworks was a good person to have testing one out, because he went through it and he didn't just throw it on his machine and go, yeah, it works, or something like he definitely spent some time working with it and getting it to do what it needed to do. So good times. All right, moving on here. Oh, here we go. This is insanity. James Prey. Man, there's some people that got time to figure some stuff out, and James spent some time to figure this thing out. Holy cow. So James has a Delta printer, which if you don't know what a Delta printer is, it's not like what Sean has down there, which is a Core XY standard printer. A Delta printer has 3 arms that come into the middle, and they will move around and sync and yada yada. Usually like with a round build plate because it can move in a circle. So the weight on the extruder and all that on the build head really limits the speed of those, from my understanding. I haven't been able to play with one, so I don't really understand all of it. But so he decided to go about designing a super lightweight extruder, which you see there. All those black rods, which are like an inch and a half long, are all carbon rods. I mean, he was going for every gram of weight savings that he could. It's pretty wild. And him messing with building it was pretty funny.
Yeah. I filmed though.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Dealing with those small parts like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the way he built this thing is he built supports holding everything into its places that it was supposed to go, and he was epoxying those carbon rods into place, and then trying to have to dig out all the support material and stuff, and it looked like it was a nightmare.
Yeah, kind of like his sink.
Yeah.
Because he dropped one of the carbon rods when he was cleaning it down his sink.
Yeah.
So he fished it out.
Yeah. He's like, don't judge my
don't judge. Not judging. Not judging, James.
Nope. I wouldn't want to know what my sink drain looks like. I think I wouldn't have even gone in after it. I would have just cut another one.
He ended up cutting, right? Didn't he have to cut another one towards the end? I
think for something else. I think he broke one or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But pretty wild. That's some work on that. Definitely worth checking out because of the work that he does on it.
Yeah, because he also did the math of how far up or down he needed to move it, because he was like the physics, and it's what, only 3 or 4 inches, not even that far up from the hot end.
Yeah,
it's not as high as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's really close. And but then he has like the extruder motor way up inside there, and it's pretty impressive. I did see the other day. We talked about like a week ago the Min Delta printer, so the Deltas have piqued my interest, but I'm not building one. When you see the other project I'm working on, you'll understand why I'm not touching a Delta printer anytime soon. We're trying to get some other things done, and we have a scoreboard that we need to build.
I'll tell you what, I've had 2 Deltas.
Yeah.
No. As you can tell, they're not here.
Yeah.
They're cool. They're fun to watch. I mean, they're just amazing.
I don't know what is the advantage of a Delta printer over a standard.
It was speed.
Okay, but not so much anymore.
No, not.
Huh. Yeah, I mean they're way cool looking. Like what's that? Is it FL Sun? I think has a new one out. It's gorgeous looking. It would be really cool to see, but yeah, we got toys. Good times though. But yeah, this extruder was pretty wild. It reminded me a lot of the practical printing guy that makes all the crazy extruders and does all that stuff. That's what it was kind of reminding me of, something that he would do. So pretty sweet. All right, moving on here. We got Kim and Garrett. There they go. They making a new sign for the front porch. This is a remix of one that they had made, I guess, a couple years ago, and they updated it to use with the laser and all that. I guess they said something at the beginning of the video about the cute porch sign or something like that. The searches for it have gone up like 1,000% in the last couple of weeks. And cozy front porch, that's what it said. And so they were like, hey, it's a good time to make a new porch sign. So pretty good. They do a good job on explaining how to do it all, or how they make it and stuff and all that good stuff. So good people. All right, moving on here. Rendire. So Paul, you need to talk about this one because I didn't get to watch this one yet, but it sounded, from what you were telling me, it sounded pretty interesting.
So yeah, that's the whole laser right there. And that box, so it's like has 3 flaps there that go around the top, and then it unfolds into your cutting table. And you can keep it on there or take it off. And then it lifts up and turns sideways. And that's your laser. So it has the orange shield and your laser in there.
Huh.
And then it moves back and forth and cuts it. It was just interesting. It was Kickstarter, and they actually followed through. They're shipping out the first units.
Cool.
I didn't look at pricing or anything on it, but what I saw it really would be kind of cool for is craft shows.
Yeah, doing the personalization stuff. Yeah,
right there live. I mean, yeah, as much as I complain about having to move stuff around in my garage, I'm not sure that's something I want to put out in my garage. But I thought it was cool, especially if you're doing live shows. And if anyone out there is doing that, maybe check that out, because it's going to be a lot easier to carry around than a K40.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that does look a lot more pocket size.
Yeah, and it does have vent extraction, ventilation as well. And it's magnet, so like I said, it comes up, turns like that, and you can take it off the base. So you really have an unlimited print size or engrave size.
Sweet. Check that out more. I do like that sign that he has on the back wall too. The high-low sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The optical illusion messes your brain up. Good times.
I will say this: the video is kind of slow, but the technology is cool.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. Well, we'll have to check into that one. Moving on, we got Greg Goddard over there at STL Woodworking. He's making wall sconces with his CNC, and walks through how to make it and all that good stuff. And they have lots of good uses for it. I was actually thinking this might need to be something. I was thinking this might be RJ's next project that he does. He could make some wall sconces, but I don't know. We'll find out. But Greg did a good job on this one.
What are wall sconces?
Yeah,
that thing right there.
Yep, exactly.
Man, I just felt like if I was with my daughter, so I'll be, she's like, "What's a cassette?" Thanks.
Did you say you want to go live with the mailman? Good times. Good times. All right. Moving on then. Well, it turns out we're all on a list. So the VSO Gun Channel. This is the first time I've watched anything from them, but evidently it's a pretty popular channel. And I guess Department of Homeland Security says that people that buy 3D printers and other items of interest are on a list. I was like, well, that's just another one for me to be on. So, I mean, I guess it's intended to be for people that are manufacturing firearms. But yeah, everybody's on a list. Nobody's information is safe. No.
Well, the wild part is you can legally manufacture one for yourself. I mean, not to make for other people, but for yourself, you can do it as long as it falls within, what is it, the ATS ruling.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just goes to show that everything that you do is being tracked. Unless you're paying cash for everything, everybody know, and they are tracking exactly what you're purchasing everywhere you are. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, even though if you can't find the receipt for something,
they could
somebody
tell you.
knows you bought it.
Well, I mean, yeah, even if you pay cash, think about how many security cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These days, you have there's no such thing as privacy anymore. No, kind of sad.
Speaking of lists, the no call list. Can you please get me on that one? I am getting 5 or 6 a day. All right, I swear I've signed up for it, and I'm still getting calls. So
I wish that was all I got was 5 or 6.
Yeah, luckily my phone does have that potential spam, so it catches a lot of them. But I'm just, get me on that list. Hello, if you're listening, we played the video, put me on that list.
Yep. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, yeah. Being having the companies I do, I have to answer every phone call because sometimes my customers phone. I've answered the spam calls where it's one of my customers, so I have to answer them, and then I'm usually rude to them when I realize that they're a scam person. I have gotten a lot of fun recently, though, about just talking to them in general, or just answering whatever they want to talk about. What do you think? Do you have this or that? No. You don't? No. Well, what about this? Nah, I don't care. And then you go, all right, fine, bye. And then they'll hang up.
The best one are I don't know if y'all have it a lot, but we get the most spam calls we get are, hey, I see you have a property on 123 Fake Street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's not my, they never call with mine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. And most of the time they're like, because they're just calling you with a fake address. Right. So, well, are you ready? And so you do that, and yeah.
Well, who do you know?
I tell them I want $1 million for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just string them along until I get bored.
Well, I actually get calls that they're wanting like my property, and we own the lot next to us, and so I get calls about that all the time too. The funny ones are when they call me asking for my wife, and I'm like, no, she's not here. This is a business phone number. I did have them call one time. They called me for my grandmother who had already passed away, and I didn't think about it for a few minutes, like until after I hung up on them. I was like, damn, I should have asked them try to figure out what that was all about.
Like, well, we were trying to get that inheritance away.
Yeah, right. Oh, my grandmother had no money. Yeah, it's like, how the hell did you get my phone number? Then link it to her. It's kind of weird, but whatever. All right. Well, the last regular video for this week is Wesley Treat. I love his videos.
Yeah.
And his projects. His projects are always fantastic. But this thing
is pretty cool.
It's nuts. That is crazy. It's a chandelier for a restaurant. I forget what the restaurant's name is, but I guess they're
Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
So who cares? No one's ever going to go there. I'm from Texas. I'm allowed to make that joke.
There you go.
I love you, Okies.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought this was pretty funny because like how it pertains to us on this channel for this project is that he was using his thunder laser to make prototypes of miniatures of his design. I guess they wanted it to be a tornado, but they needed it to be stable and not moving inside there in the restaurant. So pretty cool setup, but he always makes a good video.
Kind of ironic. Kind of ironic. They're under a tornado watch right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I like how he prototyped it, cutting out the foam cardboard. That was pretty cool. And one of his main concerns was when you look at it from one direction, it had the swoosh in it.
Yeah.
But if you looked at it a certain way, it looked straight. So he had to actually move those.
Yeah, move the circles around to get a mix.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then how he got the pole straight with all the mini circles inside to lock them in place. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It looks incredibly chaotic, which is supposed to, but to make sense of that, I like how he said, I'm never making a big giant chandelier again. And then they called me and I said, I'll go get metal right now.
Well, I guess his other two chandeliers were, in his own words, I did not say this, Fort Worth people, but he said near Dallas. They were near Fort Worth. But I'm sorry. Dallas is better. Man, I'm just on a roll. Yeah.
Good times. And last but not least, our my now for something different video for this week. This one popped up into my feed, and it's how I feel usually. It's a music video for Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre. They're a heavy metal band, and they did a song called "I Want to Pet Your Dog," and it's pretty funny. Oh, hey, yo, I want to pet your dog. So, but 87,000 views in 2 weeks. Not bad.
Pretty good.
Not bad at all. About a song about petting dogs. So, good times. Give her a listen. It's pretty funny. I've done several music-y type stuff on here recently, but oh well. Music card.
I know it's probably not kid appropriate, but I had to share that with my daughter.
Oh yeah. yeah. I had to with my kid too. I was like, yeah, look, listen to this. Hey, I want to pet your dog. It's like, yep. Good deal. So, all right. Well, do we have any comments that we gotta jump up on here? Let's see here. Oh yeah. All jokes are based in truth. That's very true. Very true. Oh yeah. It's probably your great uncle from Nigeria trying to find your grandmother. Yeah. He had lots of checks for me, I'm sure. Let's see here.
I like JR's.
Pull JR's up here. Oh, where? Oh, that was probably. Oh, that was that one. There we go. I tell that we're calling your car's warranty. Oh yeah, I ride a bike. well, JR, you got to tell them that you got to ride a bike because all your shit gets stolen from the dealership. Oh, that was funny. Give him a hard time. That was pretty funny. Yeah, hopefully JR is doing good down there in the ATL. Let's see here. Oh, we got Dennis from West Bad Guy, Virginia. What's he saying here? Have you ever looked at or tested the Tyvox spider laser? No. We'll need to look at that and see what that's all about. I haven't heard of that one.
Cody is bailing.
Oh, good old Cody. He's got new babies. He's got to get going.
Go take care of her.
Yep. Go change those dirty diapers.
Yes.
Let's see here. Check and see if there's anything else in here we need to jump on. What's Wade saying? I bought a 4x8 foot machine with 7x11 footprint cabinet shop. Plan to buy one for it. Not. Oh yeah, that from the talking about the rapid change. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I think that's about it. I'll go back through the rest of the comments and all that good stuff afterwards, and check and read through them all. Sean, you got anything else for us this evening? What are you printing over there, actually?
Okay, it's Robert's birthday today, and he has friends that are staying over, and I'm printing out little robots.
Oh, okay.
Little maker robots. Cool color, but it failed. It didn't stick. Dude, here's the thing though. Unlike my other printers, I mean, it's just right off the bed.
Nice.
You usually have to pop them loose, but apparently the arm, excuse me, just happened to flex while I was printing. So that's part of his arm. But it's cool. I like that.
All you gotta do is 3D print an artificial arm.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't take very long to print another one.
Is that a smooth bed or is it a textured bed?
That one's smooth, but I do have a textured bed, which is kind of cool.
Very cool.
But other than that, have a wonderful week, everyone.
Yeah.
Check out the video, the birdhouse video.
My little guy would like it.
Yes.
Mr. Corliss, anything from you, sir?
Nope. No thoughts or words of wisdom. Or I hope JR sells a lot of birdhouses, or RJ, I mean, sells a lot of birdhouses, and
I hope he doesn't sell too many.
Who's buying the fence pickets? That comes out of his profits, does it?
Yeah.
Cost of doing business.
Yep.
How about the nails?
All of it. Yeah. Well. So I had bought a bunch of how this even all started was that I had bought a bunch of pickets to do another project, and then he had mentioned about wanting to build a birdhouse, and then so I was like, all right, well, I'll tell you what, the pickets cost me $215 or something like that. I said, we got nails and glue and all that other stuff for it. I said, you give me $3 for these a couple ones out of your profit there, and we'll call it good. And so he did that for the first 10, and then the rest of them he's buying all the stuff himself. So
wow, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
it's a nice design, simple and just
it's a real simple design. We had made one very similar to it for Boy Scouts a couple of years ago, and tried to make it a little bit nicer than what we were making then, and all that. So, and the birds love them. I mean, we have the one that we have sitting out by the building right now. It usually gets 2 or 3 bird families in it a year. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty happy with it. So, so one of my wife's friends today said, "Yeah, I'll take 10." I was like, okay. And then we're getting people or some of our friends that don't live around here can you ship them? I'm like, it's a $10 birdhouse. Like, it's going to cost me like $20 to ship this stupid thing. Like, do you really want one that bad? I'll flat pack it to you. I don't know. So, so Sean, Wade's asking if you can see the layer lines on the prints.
With this filament, yeah. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know if I can. Now, the one thing I have noted, this is not the hyper. This is just basic.
Yeah.
PLA. The hyper makes a big difference.
It looks nice and smooth.
But it's a little blurry. The camera's not doing it justice. But yeah, I mean, I need to run one of those tests where you base test or stress test on it.
Mm-hmm.
See what I can get out of it. Just run at full speed.
There you go. What about you, Mr. Hammerquist? Anything from you, sir?
Chiller. Hopefully video will be coming out on that soon. And
oh yeah,
been coming up with some new designs.
Get your merch.
Yeah.
Get your merch.
I have to say thank you to my family for dynamite with a laser beam.
What song is that from?
Queen.
Queen. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
sweet.
My daughter has really gotten into Queen and some of the classic rock. It's not oldies rock; it's classic. That's how.
Yeah.
Queen music is good music.
Yes.
There you go.
So
there you go. For me, before we get out of here, I have finishing up a video, editing it tonight, and so it should be out sometime tomorrow. Insert a heat press, little custom dealie using some spare parts from Ender 3. So, you know, if you don't mind watching that one, I'd appreciate it. It works really good, and it's just spare parts. It's all tangled up. But anyway, yeah, heat press insert tool coming out tomorrow. So, all right, people. Well, thank you again for joining us this evening. Everybody have a good Memorial Day rest of the weekend, and watch some racing tomorrow. There's lots of racing going on, and be safe and be merry. We'll be back next week and all that good stuff. So peace out, sauerkraut.